Hi, my name is Roland. Welcome to my channel. This is my first real video with my own voice recording. I'm crafting scenery for tabletop war games like Necromunda or OPR Gang Wars. My goal is to build a massive vertical board with a real Hive City vibe. What you see here is my first surface board, which is around 3 by 3 feet. This build will have at least 3 of these kind of boards and will go up with levels around 12 inch each. Every level will have 3 corridors of 4 inch of height, so totally it will be a massive build. But before I continue, I want to give a huge shout out, because a great deal of my detailing work is massively inspired by Stefan. It's too bad he doesn't have a channel just yet, but when he does, I guarantee you all, it will be jaw-breaking. It's top quality and simply the sheer amount it's overwhelming. So many thanks to Stefan, and let's all hope you will start sharing soon. So back to the project. The general concept is to have a modular board with lots of changeable towers to get the vertical height. These towers will resemble stuff like living quarters, parts of a factory or corridors, but also elevators for fast travel between the surface boards. To connect these towers, I will need to build loads of bridges. And of course, have many smaller scattered terrain pieces to place around. And finally, I dream of making modular pieces with a more storytell situation. Like a marketplace or a bar, a junkyard, anything that is really true to a Hive city. These places could have separate house rules or be part of a scenario gameplay. Interacting with the scenery itself would be really awesome. In this first video I show my painting progress of the first surface board I built. First I did the back side of the board with dotting simple greys and then added the rusty metals with a nice brown. After that I scratched it with some metal paints and weathered it down a little. The board sides got the same approach, and then after a good drying time turned it all upside down to get started with the top side of the board. Simply repeated the process I now learned doing the greys, browns and metals. I really use cheap paints and brushes for this process. Don't want to spend too much money on this because of the scaling of the project. The technique you can see is also super easy. Just get your brush or sponge a little bit dry and start stippling till you like the finish. Mixing paints is just some feeling as well. Doesn't really matter that it's slightly off, because when you get some highlights in, will all blend together. I just watched a whole lot of YouTubers and tried this on a few other builds I did in the past. Check out my earlier slideshow videos if you like, and you can see different situations and builds. It's mostly the same technique I like a lot and works great for me. And yes, the board really needed some good old hazard stripes. No Necromunda without it, right? For me, Necromunda is one of the best game memories I have. Played it since 1995 and did for a long while. Necromunda for me is one of those places where the dark Warhammer 40k lore really grabs you, because in a sense it's someone's home. In my coming videos I like to mix a bit of lore with creativity and the process around crafting, not a step-by-step tutorial. I also like to go a bit more in depth in my thought process and how I grew into this project in the first place. Please give me feedback or inspiration with your thoughts in the comments. I find that the true meaning of sharing content, and it's why I'm taking the time to making these videos. That all said, let me show the finished board. Hope you liked this first video. Thumbs up, and of course sub to the channel so you can follow me for my next video where I try to go vertical. See you next time. Thanks for watching.